Hello, everyone. It's Michael Jaco with Unleashing Intuition Secrets. Now, we talked about consciousness. Consciousness is going to a golden age, but is everyone on Earth going to this consciousness state, higher consciousness, golden age? No. All right. So we're going to talk about that. And a lot of people have said that everyone has to raise their vibration before the Earth goes to a new consciousness level. No, this has happened before in the past, where there have been groups that have raised their consciousness and they basically vibrated to higher dimensional realms. There's been many stories about this throughout time, right? These groups that do this have been on the small side throughout time. So there's points within Earth's field of energy and so forth where people have raised their consciousness, and there was a certain time where they could go to higher dimensional realms, 5D and beyond, right? So there's many of us that have been doing the work, raising our consciousness, being open-minded to a lot of different things, loving, peaceful, helping others. That's a consciousness that's going to the next level, right? So the people that are in conflict, that are psychopaths, that are very negative, that are I've got mine, all right? They're not going. There's going to be a split, and they're going to a different reality, guys, right? So this split was very close back in December 21st, 2012. But there was a pause where consciousness was allowed to go forward. There was a split, right? And we continued on. There was supposed to be that split. So there would have been a lot of people that would not made that consciousness shift to the golden age. So now we have a very, very large number that will go to this golden age. Now, 3-Eye Atlas, like I've said, there are beings on 3-Eye Atlas. They're all positive, although there's many different beings on there. And some of them in the past have been negative, like Anunnaki. I don't see reptilians on there, but there are positive reptilians. So we're seeing, very, very positive beings on this starship, basically, that has come to monitor human consciousness. Now, we haven't seen massive earthquake activity. We haven't seen directed energy weapon activity. We have not seen earthquake activity. We have not seen tsunamis on a massive scale, volcanic activity. It's on pause. It's on pause. All right. So as we move into the end of this year, so this has been predicted. This was predicted by a couple of people maybe you've heard about, Dolores Cannon and Edgar Casey. Both of them separately predicted that the end of this year, December, going into December of this year, there would be a very significant consciousness shift. Right? Many of us have already seen it. Many of us have been here for many lifetimes. Many of us, like myself, have stayed for this event because some of us could have gone into this 5-dimensional realm already. Many of us have stayed to help humankind reach these higher levels of consciousness. So again, what is it that you need? What state of consciousness do you need to be in to make this transition? This can still happen for a lot of people, and I think it will be. Do not waste your energy on people that are extremely close to it, right? There's a lot of people out there that are still in a position where they can make that passage. There's still a lot, and that's why we pushed it to this one time frame. This will continue through from 25 and it's already started for many people. But into 26, by the end of 26, 27, that's when the split happens, right? So the people that love war, love to take advantage of people, psychopaths, we know who they are, right? Deep state bubbas and sisters, right? They're not going, right? So they'll be transitioning into this other three-dimensional realm where they can continue their warring and their negativity and so forth until at some point they're ready for the transition. And then, of course, we have NPCs that are here just for this transition, just to be, placeholders and so forth. Of course, when the transition happens, they just gone, right? But there will be many of us that are going to transition to these higher dimensional realms. Many of us already dwell to a great extent in these realms. So 3i Atlas is bringing that last bit of pause so that more people can make the transition. And at some point, they're going to take it off, and then it's transition. And then the people that aren't going to come along are going to go through hell on earth, right? So they're creating hell on earth, trying to create hell on earth for all of us now. So it's very important, because I know a lot of people are giving up already. I've seen it. And I wanted to do this show specifically because of this, because I see it in the chat, see the comments and so forth. There's a lot of people just giving up. It's not the time to give up. If your consciousness is at a certain level, you're loving, you're peaceful, and you're open-minded, do your own critical thinking, and you want to help others, and you're actively helping others, you're making the transition in a positive way to the golden age, right? And that depends on if most over 51%, 51% is mostly in that realm of consciousness, just that 51%. So I wouldn't like, try and skirt that edge. I'd like go deep, right? Go long, right? Don't mess around, be very loving, be very helpful. Some of you, it may be a little difficult. It may be a little uncomfortable. I know I've done these shows. I've done these events. I've shown people, how being in this, a negative mind state, angry, fearful, so forth, makes you extremely weak and will push you into the realm of not coming along for the golden age, right? I'm not trying to scare anybody. It is what it is. Many of us have talked about this for a long time. So now it's just, we're down to the wire. So again, we have had many people in the past, and some of them are fairly significant, have had fairly significant psychic abilities, like Edgar Casey. So he made the predictions that we're in this transition. He did it a long time ago. I used to go to Edgar Casey Institute all the time. I read the books. My book, The Intuitive Warrior, is there at the Edgar Casey Institute in the library. That is an incredible honor, right? So Edgar Casey predictions, 2025, countdown to truth begins. 7 prophecies yet to come. The future unfolding, Edgar Casey predictions, 2025, 2030. So right now, the next couple of months, it begins, right? Many of us are feeling it, and many of us are going into the transition, right? That doesn't mean that in 2025, end, like December 2025, you guys probably have heard me talking about how there's going to be a lot of people that are almost going to be in mourning type, or not so happy. It's not going to be such a happy Christmas. For those of us that are evolved, it's always happy, right? Even when it seems like it's really, really bad, right? So, but this is where the transition really starts. you're going to see a lot of people that it's going to be very obvious that they're not going to shift, right? And then you're going to see people that are trying to make that leap of consciousness. Just maybe a percentage or two here or there will get them over. So that's a very interesting time that we're in. Many of us have, like I said, have worked through many lifetimes to get to this point, and we've constantly been trying to help humanity, right? Help humanity get to this point where almost all humanity has the option of making the transition, but it's not going to. It's impossible for some of these people to make that transition. You know who we're talking about. The Clintons, the Bushes, the on and on. You know these people that are not going to make the transition. It's okay, right? They'll make the transition, I don't know, 10, 12, 50,000 years. Who knows? Who cares? It's up to us to make this transition. Now, and I've also heard from some of you that have said, you're with your grandkids and you don't care, you're going to stick it out with them, and they're not going to make the transition. That's your choice. It's okay. Probably you've made that choice in several lifetime cycles already, and you're not quite ready. So it is what it is. So Edgar Cayce, like I said, prophecies 2025 and beyond. So he made the prophecies. Those of us that have been paying attention know these prophecies, have done the work, have done the meditations, have made the critical thinking, have done the research, have done the hard work on ourselves, right? And we're ready for the transition. We're ready for the transition. All right. So Dolores Cannon, the magnificent, very unfortunate. I was going to do her course. My wife Tracy and I were going to do it together. And of course, the CIA just always seemed to have like last minute, we need you, Mike, type stuff. So I ended up going there. Of course, the CIA just just to like, hey, thanks for all you did. Now we're going to destroy your life type thing, literally. So that's what I got for help doing the stuff for work for the CIA. But I can't knock it because I learned a lot. It definitely took me to different levels. I get to try my remote viewing, my remote influencing on a very high level. So I'm not knocking it. It is what it is. It's a dark cult. CIA, FBI, dark cult stuff, right? Very dark people at the very top. They're not going to go away. They're not going to make the transition. Dolores Cannon's most shocking predictions about Earth's future. Dolores Cannon's 2025, same thing. Edgar Cayce, Dolores Cannon. Maybe you like one, maybe you like the other, maybe you like both like I do. But if you've been paying attention, we're here. We're here. Predicted awakening of 2025. So December 2025, we're there. Next month, the awakening. What is it going to look like? Many of us are already there, but there's still going to be people that are going to awaken. Will it be angels and, the harps and all that kind of stuff? Maybe, maybe for some, maybe some will go ahead and make that transition. Then it will be available then. Some of us will still, and I've seen this more than a decade past. I saw this transition happening and hanging out just for that last little bit. I'm not going to stay, guys. I already know I'm not staying this one. This is it for me. All right. So there's a split. They both talk about a split. So my wife has shared with me, and I remember the passages. I don't know them off the top of my head, but two men will walk in a field, and one will be there, and then one will be gone. Right. So it's like that. That's what's coming. So there's going to be this transition where one person's gone and there's a person still there. Now, Is he still there in the chaotic world? Yeah. Right. Is the other one that disappears, goes to, higher dimensional world? Yeah. And flip it. It could be the same. It's going to be the same way for the other. Some people won't even know. Some people won't even know. And then eventually they're like, where's so-and-so? Where's such and such? And it's gone. It's changed. We're already starting to see it. Our minds are starting to forget a lot of stuff. Our minds are starting to wipe, right? So magnetically, we're starting to, frequency-wise, we're starting to move into these frequency bands, guys. All right. So it's definitely a very interesting time. Not everybody's going to understand it, but I felt it was very important to, kind of put this information out there so that, perhaps more of you can start to think in this direction. Think in this direction. Start doing the work. You need to be in the love vibration more than you're not, right? You need to send the love. You need to be the love. Be the love first, send the love, all right? And then be the love more, and then send the love more, right? Just keep that up. Keep that up. We've been talking about this for years. Many of you have done the courses, my courses, the Intuitive Warrior book. You've been exposed to this. So it's not anything new for a lot of you, but for many of you, you don't realize we're in that time, right? We're in that time. And it's a very, very beautiful time for many of us. Peaceful, loving, working with others. It's a fantastic time. And then there's chaos around us. And we think we're part of that. We're not. We're not part of that anymore, guys. That's not who we are. We can observe it, and we can help those that are still trapped in it, that are open to it. But otherwise, it's transition time. It's transition time. All right. Hope you guys got a lot out of it. Stay in the love vibration. All right. Be peaceful. Help each other. And I'll see you guys next time.